mirror across the board.
Yeah, complete mirror, which is not something we used to see. To be honest, Lethal ends up getting hit by a virus there and followed up by Scuff. Very fast comps, like you said, with these Winstons. You're basically just relying on a manual hack. Like that's
Sombra is so busted.
As soon as Wub gives the call. Looks like they're aiming for the Lucio next. Admiral managing to skirt away though. And Extinction, even though they got a kill, Rose, they're struggling to actually finish this fight. And because it's taken so long, Mymone found an opening and killed Zomba.
Now you're losing such a big source of this DPS.
Oh my god.
Well, and we see this Venn diagram of Winston bubbles still holding down that front line. Geekay at the end of the day get this capture and there's
oh wait, they're playing Zomba now.
Put up here from Extinction. I think we need to see Extinction actually fully disengage, come back in as a team, and it's gonna take.
Who does Sombra? She said Sombra was trash. I don't think Sombra was trash at all. I think that character has so much damage output, it's insane. And the best ultimate in the game.
Agency to actually try to set the pace of these fights with that Sombra positioning. You already got the hack on all of these important health packs as well that the Winstons are going to be using.
But it's not like everyone plays Sombra. I feel like a rare majority of people actually play Sombra.
It's gonna take time for Extinction to actually get a wrap.
Yeah, exactly. And because you have all that space, like they walk in, you're behind them, you hit them with a virus, and you hit them with a hack, and then it's over. Mymone's pretty close to an EMP as well. Only
yeah, her perks got buffed too.
Not too far behind, 10%, but that really does matter, especially on control. You being able to get a big ultimate like that, and a fight-winning ult is extremely important to get that online first. Scuff TPing forward, they have the rush, but again, Mymone's just going to be buying his time now for Geekay.
It's also tough too because I think you look at what else Geekay has and they can initiate with any of this. It's going to be Scuff pulling the trigger onto the Kitsune Brush first, but not too long after. Geekay sees an opening to let theirs go.
Wub kills 2 in this fight as well. Admiral ends up going down. Primal Rage instantly pulls it, chasing Scuffed away. Wub finds 3rd in the fight, but the EMP from Mymone is going to make this fight incredibly tough for Extinction. Cuffer just juggles Hattori away. She doesn't even hit the traffic. Cuffer just doing so much damage. And 20% to go, Rose. Sound barrier for NY, sound barrier for Admiral. Lethal with the railgun is versus this EMP. Wub, this is going to have to be a giant one.
And it's so easy to
I'm like out of it now. I need to log back in.
Against it when Admiral has that sound barrier. So
oh my.
Approach, and it's Lethal to die first.
Oh, wow.
Need to win this with no EMP. Or beat.
Nemwai's going to use the beat. Okay. A little passively there by Nemwai. Not sure you.
Oh, I feel like they definitely didn't need to beat at all. It was a 4v3? If they had these ult, they could snowball now, but they definitely have a lot.
Yeah, really good that they were able to hold on to the EMP and they didn't pull the trigger on 2 big ultimates. They
oh,
one in the sound barrier.
with Mimo. NY's already dead though to lethal. Dear, that's not a good start there for Extinction. Everybody's super low. Zomba goes in for the dash. Does get one a reset onto Admiral, but that lamp is going to help. It's going to help.
Oh my god.
Quite some. I mean, look at that. Can't do anything about it at all. This backline with Ultraviolet staying alive there. Again, is
you actually have drops on? You may not have drops on.
Picks, but they cannot.
I'm pretty sure I have drops on.
To get the next. It's Geekay's. One of their backliners is always staying alive throughout these fights and being able to capitalize on the fact that Extinction are overextending.
I mean, the unkillable backline, whether it's going to be the cookies over to the Sombra or you just have that BAP, that immortality field leaving lethal life for so long buys you time.
What do you mean I don't? What?
With the AoE healing on the BAP. And so
how do I not have drops on? What?
Matrix up too. Like, you kind of just have to bully your way past this, but my mode's ready.
Wow, yeah, my just get hit.
No, okay, I'm sorry.
I'm taking down the Sombra. You saw NY there actually did back for half a second.
Wait, I dropped that?
And it did get the kill onto Scuffed, but NY surviving here is going to be pretty big for Extinction. They're so close to sound barrier.
Are there even drops right now?
Just going to walk all over the point. So saving Blade, saving Terror Surge, basically everything apart from that rush. They managed to get another.
Just got flamed by Warren. I'm hanging it up.
Again, similar situation.
You was probably being a dickhead and warranted it. Get it?
That was really a call there by Extinction because now they get to go in with this blade with the sound barrier behind it too. It's forcing out so many ultimates from Geekay.
Yeah, Terror Surge is going to come in. This rally is good for Admiral. Ends up picking up the mega health pack, so it doesn't go down to Zomba. An Emmanuel hack and a spear will finish off of the Genji. And now Wub can try and hold the door here in the front line with the ult, but that Terror Surge from Cuppa just drags Wub in to the firing line as Geekay just walk over Extinction on that point. That Cuppa Terror Surge just
Pokemon? Yeah, I like Pokemon.
92%. There's one person to touch. Zomba's been hacked already, and Geekay, they're going to the spawn.
Yeah, perfect timing there from Cuppa. They can go touch the spawn doors and complete that little challenge for extra credit. And Geekay, they take this map 2-0. Really, not too many flaws in the system.
Pokemon, I'd be dark, right?
Like every time they did lose out a fight, it was because they just had a maybe mistimed an ultimate or Extinction got the better of them, being able to.
One of my favorite players.
Against, like, the EMP.
No, Willie chill as fuck.
Really good fights there with their own ults and.
Nice to see him playing
so far, I think, for this series.
Yeah, just a little bite though for Extinction, to be fair. Just their ability to finish the fights is a little rough on the face of it. They're getting these early picks.
Gen 4?
Like, okay, you're up 4v5 and you can.
What was Gen 4?
Like, okay, we found one, we keep the momentum going, but the ability for the backline for Geekay to stay alive is just crazy. Like,
no, Tepig was Gen 5. Oshawa, Tepig, and Cyber was Gen 5.
It's not only a testament to the skill, obviously. Of
I don't think I didn't play Sinnoh that much. Diamond and Pro, I played on Poke MMO.
It's a really tough matchup for sure. But I think there are still some bright spots.
Ooh, I might need to play some Pokemon.
Yeah, Zomba, I think, looked fairly good on the Genji, being able to go in with a lot of confidence and get those dash resets. But I think at the same time, you have to look at, well, Extinction, I think, have had some fairly good matches, but unfortunately, just haven't really been able to come out on top. And I think that goes back to what you were saying before about really following through on a lot of the commitments that they make in some of those fights, maybe just like not quite being at the same timing as they need to in order to like get the EMP to work, or even like the
all right, let me do Preds. I think the best Pokemon is easily Gen 5.
From the Lucio is maybe holding it for another fight.
Yeah, their win in the season so far has been against Dilducks, and that was in week number 1. A little 3-0 for the squad. The second closest series they had was against Nightmare. The map 5, we went all the way. Zomba really turned it up. They do have potential. They really do. I think Zomba again kind of has to have one of those games where he just goes crazy on the Tracer. And now the Tracer is if you were Extinction, where are you going now?
Well, I think you have to look at maybe.
Have you done the Bing Microsoft rewards to get free Overwatch coin trick? No, what the fuck is that?
You could also, or even like Tracer Genji, then maybe you can also take a look at something like a Suravasa if you really wanted to. I think honestly Tracer is fairly good in most of our map pool. Tracer and Winston. So I think maybe, oh god, gosh, do we even go to like Gibraltar? I should go to Gibraltar too, huh? Israel also very
I
good.
think you hit the nail on the head. Tracer very good on a lot of these maps. Winston too. Everybody's been kind of tentatively playing Winston. It feels like, especially when Hazard's available. I think any kind of flashpoint map's going to be good. Runa Safi especially as well. A very, very strong map type for both teams. Fits the skill set pretty well for Tori too.
Oh, looks like we're going to serve. I think if that graphic updated correctly. With the lock.
Am I just getting old? How am I tired at 7 p.m.?
Will be the map here. No substitutions either side either. So same 10 entering the server. Yeah, okay. Just
Do coke? I was thinking about it. Nah, no.
It's decent. Really, the Tracer is just really on another level. And
I was not thinking about that at all. What the fuck?
you see what the bans are for Geekay. I can imagine if you're them, like,
Bro, you know what I was at? You know what I actually tried that was good as fuck? I tried a Sprite cherry lime. That's actually that was really fucking good.
Extinction. Because
I never saw that in the store before, but I tried it. It was really good.
but the rush is where I think they found
Check this out.
a lot more success on, at least in recent times.
Yeah, I think it's tough because I honestly for Extinction.
So when was y'all gonna tell me that Sprite dropped a new flavor? This is
I'm
Sprite
not changing
Cherry. It's supposed to be
subjects.
cherry lime. Right now, my favorite Sprite is that Lemonade Legacy. It's supposed to be like a strawberry lemonade type Sprite. Let's see if this one come close to it. And what's y'all favorite Sprite? Drop it in the comments. I'm gonna
Dude,
pull it
they
out, see
released
what
a
it look like.
Sprite plus tea too.
It look a little cloudier than regular Sprite because regular Sprite pretty clear. This look a little cloudy. Smell it? I can smell the cherry lime. Well, I definitely smell the cherry. I can't smell the lime.
This is a purple
It kind of
Sprite.
smell like a popsicle.
Oh, it's true.
Okay, Sprite. This Sprite ain't bad. It ain't better than the Lemonade Legacy. But like my boy Dre said, can you really make a bad Sprite? I give regular Sprite like an 8.
I think the Wrecking Ball ban, very well timed.
Alright guys, I got the new Sprite. It's Sprite plus tea. It sounds good. I don't think I've ever mixed tea with Sprite. Seems like a natural combo. This also comes in a zero sugar. I don't know if it's in bottles.
Tropical
It doesn't
Sprite.
Smells kind of like an Arnold Palmer. Yeah. I don't normally like all the fun Sprites they put out. I think they're boring, whatever. This is good.
Liza P is ready to
I gotta
play.
check down the zero sugar of that. That is great.
Flop like they would lose, right? Because you're just playing.
All right, let me end Pride. Hold on.
It's a better team, and they're playing the same thing.
Okay, oh, wow, okay.
You're playing roughly similar. So it feels, at least right now, if the Tory's playing this, you're expecting a little bit more out of Extinction. Although, saying that, Geekay will end up winning that first fight and go for the win.
But not with
McClario thinks it's up.
on their own roster.
Peach Mango Canada Dry. Hold on now, we might be talking about something.
And I'm not gonna work out for them this time.
Wait, my headset's been on low volume this whole time.
Show that you were onto something with talking about not wanting to play the mirror. If Extinction can continue to play their own game with this Winston Tracer
Mongo.
drive, then I think this is something that could actually start to find a lot of success in this map. But I think your struggle is you've got Geekay that's going to be ripping through your backline while Hattori is trying to make some type of rotation on this Winston. And that just played out before our eyes.
Is this gonna be like another really like one-sided match or what?
Dive Comp wants to execute a dive on a single target or a couple of people as a team. And yeah, losing Wub instantly is not good. A couple of packs there thrown towards lethal. She takes a very early.
Can you pause? I got a shit pausing it.
This final touch.
Oh, I think you can try to get the touch here, but it's still a rough one. I mean, look at this. Tracer's almost out of health. The bubble's already been popped there by the Winston, but maybe not all hope is lost yet. There's still a pulse bomb for Zomba.
Man, yeah, and Geekay just running around to Tori right now. She's having a real tough time. Pulse bomb misses there for Maimone. Tanks end up trading though. And now Zomba also misses the pulse. So, you know, 1 for 1 on missed pulses for both races. So here comes the point flip does happen, but the likelihood of you is very slim, especially with that window from UV.
Oh my god, then why?
Video comes through, and now I feel like the rest of the dominoes could follow, but there is a lot of pressure onto this backline. Ultraviolet is forced to actually back up alongside Maimone as Extinction, try to get the jump on this opportunity.
Yeah, I like this really aggressive push as well. If you can get another pick here onto the
What the? What?
Oh, it's on that. Oh. Speared and put on the barbecue there. Unlucky Zomba. And then Nemo ends up going down. They end up overextending a little bit too much there. You know, killing Lethal is great, but you still need someone to touch the point. So Geekay with the flip and then Cuppa.
Well, that was actually mad close.
This entire fight. And Geekay will end up capping that point up. This Extinction don't even get a chance to use their Primal Rage, which would have been great for their level of success, or their chances of success even.
Wow, I mean, I think even if you use the Primal Rage there, I think you still struggle with having enough bodies left to come.
Oh, we got a Tracer 1v1 over here.
To contest. So, overclock now for Lethal.
I really like going this early too. Again, find the pick, especially on targets that are super split. It's gonna be nice. And there you go. There's the Primal Rage from Hitori on the point, but an instant rally bash. And look at the health bar for
So many ults.
He's already half HP. Sound Barrier said he's gonna supplement that as Extinction want to keep the fight going. Admiral's rally nowhere to be found now. Zomba takes the kill, and even the window from UV, who's sitting at 1 HP, is gonna assist in Lethal picking up.
Wow, they lost with 3 ults.
Geekay still managed to win that fight despite Hitori's heroics.
Ooh, yeah, I mean, Lethal just being able to get a double there. Was that actually a collab?
Think so. Close to, honestly, at this point, I expect a lot of things from Lethal. Wouldn't be surprised.
That's true.
Sure. I don't think so.
It's been a long time, but Pulse Bomb goes a little too wide there from Zomba.
V-Matra, I think it's 11 months.
Really for Extinction. Maybe just trying to get them a little bit of space, but I feel like that would have been better served to hold on to. It does buy some time, at least for a dive to start to get set up by Extinction.
Man. Unfortunately, Wub Nation has fallen again. That is, Wub just being picked off over and over again. And it's funny too, because Cuppa is using this Terror Surge just to get Wub. Wub was dashing up to the high ground. Cuppa used Terror Surge to grab Wub back down again. Yeah, Tori probably should have hit the reset button there, jumped off the map a little bit earlier, because this staggered fight.
This is a murder, man.
Just not it. It's going to be up to Zomba to touch. I think Zomba, though, is dueling out with my moan.
Definitely kept busy right now. You can see this 3 seconds remaining, and there's no orange outline in sight. That's a second flashpoint here for Geekay as they move on to the third with ults to spare. It's going to be Scuff or Extinction having this Kutsuna rush maybe throw into this next fight. But
Lock us some mode. This is 9 months. Ooh. Good to have you back. Thank you, bro. Thank you for watching. Nah, SG play tomorrow. Might I say, an Extinction level modder.
And the game plan here for Extinction is just basically wait for Geekay to approach the choke, then jump on him.
Yeah.
And hopefully get a kill.
Yum. Wouldn't
hate it, honestly, if I was Scuff. And that's exactly what they're going to do. Jump on them as soon as they
Oh, bro.
But of course, Lethal comes up with an early kill. Headshots one, but Wub's already out of the fight. Ultraviolet doesn't end up getting traded, but again, Lethal, like how? So many kills just on his own on an island. That was just Rory jumping over Lethal's head.
Hey, if you vent this up.
A couple of kills going the way of Extinction, but I feel like Lethal just starting that off so strong. And Cuppa.
Wait, they lost this?
Gold. Not for too much longer, so Extinction do win out that fight at the end of the day, but I feel like that had the legs to kind of start to go bad. Lethal just starting things off so strong with that overclock. But Extinction here, I mean, with this Primal Rage soon, Sound Barrier as well, there's going to be
oh my god.
extra health to throw at this, but Lethal just keeps getting these first picks.
This is insane. Lethal's like first pick percentage here. I thought it was quite ridiculous. That was an aggressive Sound Barrier from Nemwai. Connects though, and that's what matters. Primal Rage in the back, however, this rally.
Oh my god, Willie actually does. Bring him up these at 13 months. Ooh.
It's going to be a little tough. Especially with these flails too. Ultra from Zomba though hits. Connects with Ultraviolet and there's the backline dead. The commotion eventually ends. As it is only a couple left. Although still holding on to the point for a little bit. As Extinction get the flip at 60.
Good fight coming through here from Extinction. They might have had to invest a lot into that last one to secure the flashpoint, but now
I actually can't stop yawning. Oh my god.
Wub with the overclock. Scuff might even have this Kitsune rush ready to go, and look at how aggressive Extinction want to take this fight. They want to make it so that Geekay doesn't have a chance to touch this flashpoint.
Okay, Wub?
Well, Wub takes out Ultraviolet as well as the lamp. Here comes Cuffer from around the corner. Playing bodyguard right now, but no CDs really.
Just end stream, bro. You mean that? You mean that?
And yep, that cap comes through. Geekay, they lose the tank, but they've got the cap. Can Wub actually get back to the point? Admiral succumbs to the railgun as Extinction should get the flip again.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, that cap doesn't actually amount into much. It's still gonna have to be my mode to touch to re-trigger the overtime, and Cup is gonna come back on the Doomfist to hopefully aid in this process. As Lethal with the overclock here, this is how you settle a score.
Oh, misses the chance, and then Wido lands one body shot onto Wub, but that bubble is gonna be the final nail in the coffin there, unfortunately, for Lethal. Bubble just out LOSing it. Whole spot on the wall. No.
Oh my god, the comeback?
Extinction cap on the point. Good little bab cap initially there from Geekay, but they couldn't keep it popping, Rose, like you said. That'll be 1 point on the board. Okay, Extinction not out of this just yet.
No, this is awesome. I mean, look at how much they get to go into this next flashpoint with. This is Pulse. They still held on to the Primal Rage and the Sound Barrier as well. And so I think this is really a good sign for Extinction to actually take us to a 5th flashpoint. Now, they still have to deal with this rally from Admiral, and I think if you allow these fights to get a little too close quarters is where the Orisa and the Brick can really start to turn the tide. But Extinction have a lot of ability here to just kind of set the pace. Oh, they even go in early with the aggressive.
Insta-kill.
Although this rally, again, is going to be so annoying. Admiral's got this rally at the perfect time every time. Primal Rage in the small room is going to back people away from the window, but a lot of Geekay is still shooting through it, so Hattori cannot stick around for too long. And you can see the health bar of the Winston just melting as Geekay get the flip mid-fight again.
Dude, this backline is living so long. UV is still alive.
But this is a scrappy fight if I ever did see one. Wub and Lethal trade, so Sojourn's out of the fight, but Geekay still hold on to the point, and they've got Cover alive, and that's what's most important right now. Being able to hold and control spaces, the Orisa is what she does best, and it is my mode. Like, he leans up the last couple of kills, and they take that point away, and they gain 40% for their troubles as well.
But you hit the nail on the head. It was not clean. This was a lot of chaos that I feel like Zomba in particular on this Tracer truly thrives in. Same with Maimon, which was able to close it up. But Scuff comes in with the Kitsune Rush. Extinction are back as a full team of 5, and they are able to sneak the cap away from Geekay as Geekay regroup here. They know that they can do this overclock.
Really nice kite there from Ultraviolet, dashing away, but Wub's disruptor shot finishes him off in the end, but they've lost Hattori, and they've lost the cap again, as Geekay sneaks it away. I mean, Lethal with this railgun, I mean, the overclocks have just been stupendous from the Sojourn. 20% to go.
Me that, what?
Touch for Hattori, but it's looking unlikely.
Me that Advic? Think this is 2 months.
Really not looking very easy to accomplish after that too. Even if you get the touch, there's not really a lot to follow up after that.
Is it me at...
Easily. I mean, if you need it like me. And you know I can't leave without desserts. Asian cheesecake, unlimited ice cream, fresh fruits. For this price, the variety and quality. And you need to go. And all you can eat.
Dude, I am starving.
And like, do you want?
You shaking the fuck out of your leg? How do you see that? What the fuck?
Oh, no,
you see that?
Spicy, but against the Orisa, it's like,
what the fuck?
So hard.
It is not good. But yeah, this makes sense. I mean, Extinction, no Lucio, so they're on the run.
Alright, I'm ending the Preds.
Zomba, Wub, Tracer, Cass versus Maimon, Sombra, Lethal, Cass.
Alright, this is the map for Extinction to win. It is definitely this map.
Again? Yeah, but I feel like that was a pick that did actually work out when we were on Saravasa. You know, you play I'm sorry, I'm thinking of Oasis at the very first part, kind of like one of the biggest differences between Geekay and Extinction. Maimon really loves to play this Sombra. I think the Sombra is so good, especially versus
for the main attraction.
Scuffed, very, very squishy. That was an easy pickup here for Geekay after landing that hack, and now you get a chance to hack out like the Tracer, Cassidy. They both become so much more vulnerable if they're hacked.
It's so hard because what you're doing as my moan is you're playing around like a large like AoE of where Wub can be effective against you, and then you're just, okay, if I can get a manual hack and a virus on someone.
Oh my god, Zomba lived?
Scuffed or someone on side of Extinction has to turn around. Zomba wants to be on an off angle kind of, right? Like peppering away and then going for a bit of pressure on the back line. And then Scuffed is like, I have to heal Hattori in the front line because the amount of damage that Lethal and Cuffer are doing to the Orissas, it's just too much. And
Dude, Admiral is so good. Oh my god.
Lymo's doing exactly the same thing again. Just hack virus from a range and yeah.
Can teleport out of there. Oh!
Wait, the comeback is real.
Okay.
Wub heads rise?
Well, coming up strong.
Wub heads rise?
Like that a lot. Little 2K. For what? 8 minutes to go. So only a little bit of meters there. But this is the next big fight. No window for UV, but an EMP for my moan. Nenwai, even if you use the rally, it's very hard to sustain through that EMP with just that on.
Yeah, that's why we really look at sound barrier as something that can help just to kind of trigger enough of that overhealth so that you can actually stabilize. But you're right, like, I mean, it's tough because the rally actually get the inspire healing, and I think...
Mom just asked me if I wanted tacos.
What a stick from Zomba. Unfortunately, no ramp exists. And there's the EMP. Yep. That's Zomba creating a little bit of space there, but yeah,
I might have to get some tacos after this game.
Hattori and Nenway didn't end up using ults, so you're happy to save that rally for next.
You are. I thought maybe this was so good. Like, if you actually get in there with the pulse bomb, you force out the immortality field out of the BAP, then you get a chance to actually go in with something like the Terror Surge rally on top of that. It's a huge investment in terms of
what kind? I have no idea what kind.
Really surefire way to get that huge skill out of the Baptiste, and then you go in and
you don't have to use the scrolling wheel anymore for the right click. You can just hold right click and it works.
Geekay are gonna be the ones that actually pull the trigger first. There is an orbital ray from Scuff, but you're hacked.
Yeah, it's all good though, because Admiral is caught on an off angle. Both rallies and Terror Surges thrown in at the start of the fight there, but this orbital ray will rule the field. I mean, look, at the end of the day, orbital ray, healing and damage, still a pretty good ult. Even though they did nerf it recently as well, still exceptional.
Yes, you could still feel how much it can help out with a lot of these fights that really are just up close and personal. A lot of these fights are going to be front to back as well, so I feel like orbital.
It's actually winnable. It's actually really winnable.
Over the top. Now that we're in this interesting scenario, Jack, like that, you know, 3.5 minutes are gone. Extinction actually could take the lead here in terms of this meterage, and they do. This
attacker's advantage doesn't work on push.
Well. I'm not sure anybody's gonna come in and touch.
Oh,
what the?
No, this is the
that was so sad. Yeah, Scuff dead. Well, on the high ground using a high noon from like light years away, but they got checkpoint rows, and that's what's important here. They did use the Scuff, sure, whatever. We got checkpoint. If we can just die on the bot, we can reset. A couple of us are going to get forwards, and we're going to be good to fight. Like, this is a good spot to be in halfway through the map.
Really good. I think too, especially with how much time is already taken off the clock. Like, this is like a winnable situation here for Extinction. That's crazy, though.
Okay, Lethal, I think, yeah, it must have body shot Zomba as well, because that's a very quick kill. And that entire reset...
There's no theory to the video game, bro. If you play better, you win.
They get checkpoint now, and
you don't die, you win.
Yikes, yeah, Zomba going down. Not good for Extinction at all. And now they're fighting into an EMP and a Terror Surge.
Yeah, this should be an easy lead for Geekay to take. Not only do they get checkpoint here.
Did you fix your internet? I got a new provider.
But my mode is already set up and ready to go for this EMP. And even we talk about the rally not being enough. Sometimes there is no rally.
DPS player, the more you think about all this like small stuff in the game, the less you'll enjoy the game.
Oh, from the high ground, EMP is good for a kill onto Nenwai. Man, the entirety of Extinction, their game plan there was just jump on payload, maybe get a big Terror Surge.
Right, you move to. I got a fiber frontier.
Perfectly placed from W my own. And then Geekay to extend the lead. That's 100+ meters.
Saying the truth hurts? It doesn't hurt. It's just like
this is looking
you're just giving yourself more things to complain about.
This rally, Lethal is going to use this high noon as well to make sure that Extinction can't actually come out of spawn just yet. Extinction do have that Orisa Terror Surge and the rally combo, so this is at least good enough to probably stop this from being a full capture now. But
well, Terra Surge in a bash.
I can't win in Bellagio. What should I do?
Why? Ultraviolet couldn't move.
Bro, I was actually playing Bellagio last night. I couldn't sleep, so I was playing Bellagio.
Okay,
I'm about to gold stake the abandoned deck.
But still, they got 116 meters. I mean, you're chilling.
It's such a big lead now. 4 minutes remaining.
Bro, I swear I've never lose with hologram or constellation.
In terms of ultimates, so at least like Extinction, they probably can win out this fight in the neutral by this midpoint with the pulse and the orbital ray. It would be crazy.
My
if
favorite
they won
build.
The orbital ray. Here too, Geekay can just play defense. They have a pretty sizable lead now, 50 meters. Over 50 meters, actually, if I do math correctly.
I don't know the favorite build I done.
Wow, my moan is dicey.
I had a really fun pairs build.
It was in amongst like 4 people. The invis, I was looking at the invis timer like, it's gonna run out eventually. Okay, eventually Sombra chases down the pesky Sombra, but Geekay managed to steal the bot away, Rose, and they're over the checkpoint again. So forward spawns available. Lethal dies. Resetting here is completely fine. If you're Geekay, die on point. You got forwards. Your team can reset pretty quickly. You're happy with that?
Oh, they're so good at this. Like,
Oh no, I had a crazy Lucky Cat run before. That was really fun.
Well. Being able to back cap,
Photo chat is always fun.
Take back control of a point really throws the kind of like the pace of the ice off. And Zomba. Wow. Oh my god, I can't believe Lethal actually just like somersaulted into my phone.
I mean, come on, that's Tika. Sleep. Oh man, he's like, oh, I can save myself, guys, don't worry. My bone just perishes, explodes into a million pieces. All right, Terra Surge here for Cuffer. Oh, Lethal from the high ground. Gets a little bit of damage, but that's about it. And now they have to deal with this orbital ray. Terra Surge is going to grab it in one. A window from Ultraviolet on this high ground. Not enough to actually save Admiral.
Oh my god, if Extinction lives this? Alright, never mind.
Large and in charge. But unfortunately, the angle too great from Ultraviolet. Taking down.
I was gonna say if they live that, they win this.
As soon as that window disappears, you're in such a good spot. If you're Extinction, they only managed to sneak away a couple of meters there. As Geekay win the duel once again near their checkpoints.
And now with the 2 minutes remaining, you've got EMP to carry you through one fight, and then you're gonna have that Terra Surge and maybe even Amplification Matrix for the next one. It feels like Geekay have a very firm control on the situation so far, especially if one can continue to get a big hack onto a critical target like a tank. I think any of the supports should be fairly good to close out this.
Oh my god, Zomba?
Minute and a half now too. This is extending.
They've lost Lethal, but they're happy to continue this fight by the looks of it. Admiral popping the rally. They get stun break through there, but he's
Unlucky.
Wub using the right click. Okay. Oh, there's another kill. Expending one ult, not too bad there, but Geekay know that.
Why doesn't Warp get the flash perk? I feel like the flash perk is so much better.
For this last fight, and the EMP.
How did Bab get back into pro meta? Bab is good. Like in these one-shot comps, Bab is good. Like in an Orisa mirror, where a lot of people are getting one-shot, his burst healing is good and his lamp's really good. But it's also just UV. UV is really good at Bab.
And that's a big pick onto the tank.
Hit Sue, but it hit tank. And sorry, it was golden. So Wub, despite getting hit by the EMP as well, kills W My Moan. Ultraviolet and in a little bit of trouble though, but with the window, it could be a hard.
Like with Freya, Bab was pretty good too. Some good damage, good survivability. You don't get one shot.
Survived for way longer than he rightfully should have. 30 seconds to go, and Extinction are split. Zomba is on the point, but you're dealing with 4 members right now of Geekay.
Oh, I mean,
if you use the aim kit, the roll perk is better. No, I don't think so. You get so many kills from the flash perk.
Like you have to kind of start things off with high noon and go from there, and still find a way to actually group everybody up.
But I mean, I guess both are good. There's nothing for you to really flash, I guess. No, I'm telling you, the flash perk is actually really good.
Got hacked out of the ult too. Man, W My Moan has been so annoying on the Sombra, to put it lightly. There's the high noon, dragged over the shields. He snipes Wub. Thank you very much, Tori. I'll take that kill. A nice little flashbang into the headshot onto Zomba as well. That Ray walking away from Extinction right now, and so is this match. I mean, Ultraviolet.
Oh my god!
Oh, doesn't go down, in fact. Tell a lie, sorry, UV. Didn't know you bored like that. Takes the 1v1 versus stuff, still keeping Cuffer up. I mean, it's OT, of course, so it's going to be hard for Ultraviolet to stay alive, but he's, of course...
He's going to window that. What the?
Even with the window, I mean, go on, son. Admiral's back in the action as well. Hattori finally shuts UV down. And that rally will end it all. There it is. Geekay with a 3-0 in their only match of this week.
Wow, Ultraviolet is the hero of that map. That is the craziest 1v3 I've ever witnessed in my life. Actually wins out the duel versus a Juno.
Well, I mean, that was a day of Overwatch. The EU games are really good.